It looks like we've got another loud critic of CaitlinClark. And this time, it's not just about her, but about the fans who back her, too. ShakiraAustin really thought she was having a mic drop moment by labeling Clark as wishy-washy, but spoiler alert, it was neither bold nor clever. It was self-sabotage. What was meant to be a flex ended up being a faceplant. One moment, you're tossing out insults. The next, you're a trending topic for all the wrong reasons. You could practically hear the silence that followed her comment across the entire league. But here's the real question. Why do WNBA players keep fumbling their own bags by making it easier for Clark to rise even higher? Shakira's wishy-washy comment wasn't just petty, it was tone-deaf and timed like a PR nightmare. In a league constantly caught up in controversy, whether it's messy ownership moves, relocation headaches, or nonstop fan wars, her words felt like the last thing anyone needed. Tossing what many interpreted as a racially coded dig toward the league's most marketable star only fed into ongoing narratives about insecurity, jealousy, and division. And let's not get it twisted, ShakiraAustin isn't exactly the face of the WNBA. She's not selling out arenas. She's not the reason ESPN boosts coverage or why merch is flying off shelves. That would be CaitlinClark, who in her second year has already shouldered a massive share of the league's momentum. So when Austin decided to throw shade, it wasn't just one player going after another. It was a swipe at the very foundation keeping the league afloat. This level of pettiness and ego is wild to watch. You've got players upset about attention, but not doing anything to earn it themselves. And when they do decide to speak up, it's with low-effort insults like wishy-washy. That's what you came up with. The insult had all the bite of a wet napkin. It wasn't clever, wasn't original, and it certainly wasn't going to shift public opinion. Instead of sparking applause, it sparked backlash. The sports world didn't rally behind Austin. They roasted her. And the internet? Ruthless. The memes came in fast, the reaction videos faster. Even neutral fans who don't care much for Clark felt like Austin crossed a line. She underestimated just how massive Clark's support base is, stretching from Iowa to Indiana and beyond. College fans, casual viewers, and those simply watching for the drama all locked in with one mission: defend the player who's transforming the league. And let's not forget the facts. That Mystics game Austin played in? It had over 2,800 no-shows. Almost 3,000 people bought tickets, saw Clark wasn't playing, and decided not to bother. Let that sink in. Clark didn't have to say a word. The scoreboard and empty seats said everything for her. On the court, she's consistent. Off the court, she's a magnet for growth. She's breaking records, pushing attendance, and giving the league a level of attention it's never seen before. So calling her wishy-washy is not just wrong, it's laughable. If Clark is wishy-washy, then what do you call the rest of the league? A puddle? Because every meaningful stat says Clark is showing up and showing out. The real sting from Austin's comment wasn't just its weakness, it was the undertone. Many fans and analysts saw it as racially loaded, throwing gasoline on the already burning narrative that Clark gets mistreated not for what she does, but for what she looks like. And this was the worst possible timing. The league is already under fire for how it handles Clark, with critics saying there's a bias in coverage, treatment, and player dynamics. Austin's words just gave them more ammo. Instantly, headlines exploded. The story took over every talk show, social feed, and highlight reel. And just like that, Austin became the face of the very problem critics say is plaguing the league: jealousy, hostility, and a lack of unity. Her teammates had to have cringed, not because they love Clark, but because they know she's the reason checks are clearing. Every big endorsement, every sold-out game, every increase in TV revenue, that's Clark. And when someone jeopardizes that, it's not just petty, it's financially reckless. This is the same player who moved the game from a 4,200-seat arena to one holding nearly 14,000. That's not normal. That's generational impact. That's why Clark is the biggest name in women's sports right now, arguably in all of sports. Austin, meanwhile, isn't just regretting her words because of fan backlash. She's regretting it because Clark keeps doing what she does best, win. She shows up, puts on a show, and makes sure everyone knows exactly why the hype exists. She doesn't need to clap back, tweet, or defend herself. Her play is the only response needed. The irony is rich. Austin tried to diminish Clark and instead elevated her. Every insult aimed at Clark turns into another badge of honor. Just like Angel Reese's antics last season, the more players try to bring her down, the higher her profile climbs. It's unintentional marketing, and Clark benefits from all of it. But let's zoom out, because this isn't just about one player mouthing off. This is a pattern. The WNBA has created a culture where success, especially Clark's kind of success, is met with side eyes instead of celebration. You'd think players would understand that her popularity lifts everyone's boats, but instead, they treat her like a threat. And Austin's insult just emphasized how fractured things are. When you have a player throwing racially tinged insults at your league's top star, that's not just an individual problem. It reflects poorly on everyone. And that's just the player side. Meanwhile, the league office is out here making moves that make Austin's comments look tame. The Connecticut Sun mess is next-level chaos. The Mohegan tribe who owns the Sun was ready to sell for $325 million to a Celtics minority owner. The plan? Move to Boston for a bigger spotlight. You'd think the WNBA would be celebrating. Finally, someone values one of their franchises at big league prices. But no, the league didn't even let the offer reach the Board of Governors. They killed it before it saw daylight. Then another offer came in. Same price tag, this time to keep the team local in Connecticut. The league shot that down too. The excuse? Hartford hadn't applied for expansion. You can't make this stuff up. So when both offers were blocked, the league tried to step in themselves, offering $250 million with plans to flip the team to Houston and cash in a relocation fee. Translation: sell to us at a discount or don't sell at all. Sounds like corporate bullying, and it didn't go unnoticed. A U.S. senator stepped in, threatening the league with antitrust violations. Imagine that the same league that can't fill arenas without Clark is now under legal fire for trying to control sales behind the scenes. At a time when Clark is driving record viewership, jersey sales, and national interest, the league is busy choking its own progress with shady deals and silence on player toxicity. The timing couldn't be worse. The opportunity is right in front of them, but they're stepping on rakes instead of running with it. ShakiraAustin's comment didn't start the fire, but it sure added fuel. And while she deals with the fallout in her mentions, the league is staring down legal threats and credibility issues. It all comes back to the same root problem: envy at the player level, dysfunction at the league level. Fans see it, sponsors see it, and more importantly, the public is talking about it more than ever. Meanwhile, Hollywood buzzing is out here breaking down every twist and turn, because it's impossible not to. The contradictions are too loud. You have players slandering the star who's saving their season, and execs blocking deals that would elevate the league. That's not just mismanagement, it's self-destruction. Respect doesn't come from hashtags or post-game speeches. It comes from consistent performance and smart decision-making. Clark delivers that every time she suits up. Austin blew hers with a single sentence. And the league office? Well, their regret might end up showing up in court filings. The real tragedy here isn't just Austin's poor choice of words or the league's shady moves. It's the wasted potential. Clark is doing everything right. But instead of support, she's met with hostility from peers and incompetence from leadership. If things don't change, the WNBA won't just regret how they handled Clark. They'll regret not protecting the one star capable of taking them to the next level. Instant regret? ShakiraAustin felt it within seconds. The league might feel it for years.